While working on Singapore's armor for my last few videos, I couldn't help but notice the infantry squad and the firearms they carry. Singapore's service rifle, the SAR-21, which I talked about a long time ago, and its section automatic weapon, the Ultimax 100. The Ultimax is often cited as the most controllable light machine gun ever made, and it achieves that reputation through one of the most unique design features in firearms history. What's the secret of the Ultimax 100? Let's find out in today's video. The Ultimax 100 is a Singapore-made 5.56 light machine gun designed by American firearms designers James Sullivan for Chartered Industries of Singapore or CIS, now known as ST Kinetics, a member of ST Engineering. Work on a new weapon began in 1978 when CIS, a young defense firm, wanted to move beyond just producing M16 under license. So, they reached out to James Sullivan, a veteran designer who was originally involved in downscaling the AR-10 into the AR-15, the Stoner 63, and the Mini 14. It was a 3-year project to develop a new assault rifle with primary requirements being controllability and accuracy in full auto. The design must also be rugged, simple, reliable, and accurate. It was initially designed to fit the equipment CIS already had. The factory already has the M16 production line, so Sullivan created a firearm that could be built using what the factory already had. During development, this project evolved from creating an assault rifle to building a light machine gun or automatic rifle instead. The Ultimax 100 was officially unveiled by CIS in 1982 and was immediately hailed by firearms experts as the best LMG in the world. It's an exceptional weapon designed to meet the needs of minimally trained conscripts as it requires less training time and no special skills or experience to handle effectively. There are 7 distinct generations of the Ultimax. It began with the Mark I prototype, but transitioned to a fixed barrel design with the Mark II to simplify production. The Mark III remains the definitive Singaporean standard, bringing back the quick change barrel and adding an integral handle. Later, ST Engineering targeted international contracts. The Mark IV was a contender to the USMC IAR program, introducing a fire selector and Stanak magazine adapter, while the Mark V added a folding stock and high-capacity drum compatibility. In 2012, the Mark VIII was unveiled, featuring a full-length rail and a universal magazine well. Finally, in 2025, the Mark IX was unveiled, featuring dual-fit capability, accepting both Stanak magazine and ammunition belts. In terms of specs, the Mark III weighs in at 6.8 kg loaded with a total length of 1030 mm. It features a 508 mm standard barrel and maintains a steady rate of fire between 400 and 600 rounds a minute. When dialed in with sight adjustments, it remains effective out to 1,200 meters. To achieve controllability and high accuracy during full auto fire, the Ultimax implemented a method of recoil management. The idea is by extending the duration of the recoil by elongating the receiver, the bolt never fully hits the back, so it significantly lessens the impact on the gunner. Additionally, by timing each shot so that it is fired right after the recoil from the previous shot has been fully absorbed, it achieves a constant recoil force. So, instead of a series of violent impacts on the shoulder, the recoil from it is basically one single, continuous, steady push. Makes it far more controllable than a lot of other LMGs. Imagine it like when you are using a garden hose. When the water comes out, you feel the constant pushback reaction from it. The primary advantage of constant recoil is how it converts violent mechanical energy into a smooth, manageable force. Because the bolt never hit the rear of the receiver, muzzle climb is virtually non-existent, allowing for a tight grouping during full auto fire, which is rarely seen in LMGs. Furthermore, since the receiver doesn't need to absorb high-stress impacts, it can be built from lighter materials, significantly reducing the weapon's overall weight. This makes a huge difference when on 5 to 8 hour missions, especially for operators with smaller frames. Combined with a recoil push that is distributed over a long duration, the Ultimax is less punishing for the gunner to operate. either from a prone position, squat, standing, one hand, or no hand. Finally, its relatively low rate of fire allows the gunner to maintain effective suppression while significantly conserving ammunition. But that, for many militaries, could also be seen as a disadvantage. Traditional suppression doctrine, exemplified by weapons like the M249 SAW, relies on a high volume of fire and the sheer intimidation of rapid, continuous bursts. It's a psychological game where the chaotic sound of a high rate of fire machine gun is often what forces the enemy to keep their head down, regardless of pinpoint accuracy. This is exactly why proponents of belt-fed systems remain skeptical of the Ultimax and arguably compromise the widespread adoption of the design as well. They argue that a magazine-fed, slow-firing platform like the Ultimax represents a significant reduction in raw firepower at the squad or section level. Constant recoil requires a delicate balance between gas pressure and spring tension. While it might be fine if it's overgas, using a low-power, low-quality round might prevent the weapon from cycling the next round properly. But despite the lack of widespread adoption, the Ultimax has earned cult classic status in the firearms world. It's also made a major breakthrough in the entertainment industry, appearing in various films and games, most notably in my favorite title, Battlefield 6, where the Mark 8 takes center stage as the KTS-100 Mark 8. But as the saying goes, nothing lasts forever. After over 40 years of service, the Singapore Army is officially retiring the Ultimax 100 for the Colt IAR 6940E SG. Much like the USMC transition to the M27, the Colt IAR represents a fundamental shift in tactical philosophy for the Singapore Army, moving from volume-based suppressive fire to precision suppressive fire. The Colt is both lighter and shorter, offering superior ergonomics. It's capable of engaging targets at greater distances with higher accuracy, all while maintaining a higher rate of fire. It comes standard with a red dot sight, a 3x magnifier, a laser aiming device, and a foregrip to maximize combat effectiveness. And finally, a large integrated heatsink on the lower handguard ensures the weapon remains cool during prolonged engagement. It was introduced to the Singapore Army in April 2024 and reportedly fully replaced the Ultimax at the end of July the same year. After 4 decades, the lightest LMG in the world is finally stepping aside, leaving a mark as the pioneer of an engineering masterpiece called the constant recoil. It didn't just put Singapore on the map for small arms design, but also changed how we think about what a machine gun could be. Is the move to the Colt IAR a step forward in terms of ergonomics and precision? Absolutely. And we just kinda have to accept that at the end of the day, everything is gonna be AR style, ain't it? The Ultimax is replaced by AR, the M249 is replaced by AR, the FAMAS is replaced by AR, and I bet someday they will find a way to replace you and me with AR too. But in all seriousness, I think it's hard not to feel a bit of nostalgia for the Ultimax 100, a weapon that is unlike any other. What do you think about the Ultimax 100 and its successor, the Colt IAR? Do you think precision is more effective than volume for suppressive fire? Also, if you ever use the Ultimax, please share your experience with us in the comment section below. Thank you for watching everyone. I'll see you in the next one.